I remember like in July you asked me to cut that part out maybe. So
Did
was,
we recap what it was about?
No, we don't have to. Why not? Bentley doesn't know how to start the podcast.
yeah. So anyway, where were we? As you know, I don't know how to start the podcast. So it'll either be whatever we keep from that, which we've been recording for 8 minutes, or something along the lines of Welcome Late to the Movies. My name is Ben Holt, and this podcast where my friends and I get to fill in our movie blind spots. Each week we'll pick a film that either I or guests hadn't seen before and really should have by now. This week, in continuing Big Rob Reinter, a whole winter month of Rob Reiner films, we're talking about When Harry Met Sally, the classic 1989 romantic comedy. To talk us through it, Brady's here.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going well. And Patrick's here.
Hey, how are you all doing?
We're doing. We're making it happen.
Great.
Patrick, I have to ask you a question, and I don't mean this, because I did it, but like, are you rocking your best sweater kind of as like an homage to the man Billy Crystal? Because that is why I'm rocking the sweater. Subconsciously did it?
Yeah, when I went to go put it on, because I was wearing a button-down shirt today, and I was like, I had some spaghetti sauce for dinner, so I took the shirt off, and then have to give the bath to the child.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh, I got to put a sweater on, and then as I was putting it on, I was like, it works.
It works.
It's something he would wear in it.
It is.
I mean, he quite literally wears a fisherman's.
This one is from Target, and I will say you can tell that we are now in the late year of 2026 by the quality of this compared to 1989's quality of wool fisherman sweaters, because the difference is stark. But I do like it, and I had to put this on as a little bit of as an homage to Billy Crystal, who
I thought about it too, and then I forgot. But I was also like washing dishes and cleaning right up until you guys got here. So
I
made
salsa in this, and I was like, if I spill a drop on it,
you made salsa in that?
In this, yeah.
That's a wild choice.
I know.
Wow.
I think I did pretty good.
I'd
I got a little bit on my sleeve. I just noticed that, but we don't have to say anything. We'll cut that out.
Pause if you need to clean it.
That's true.
Oh no, that's okay.
We got a Clorox pen somewhere.
Oh no, it's fine.
Tide
it's
pen.
okay.
Tide makes those.
There we go.
Well, the fashion, definitely one of the enduring things from this movie, which we will probably get to. Before that, what have you guys watched in the last 6 months or so?
Oh, the last 6 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
what's been your favorite thing you've watched in the last?
In the last 6 months, I think one of my favorite things was Train Dreams, Netflix original. I think that was a hauntingly beautiful movie. Yeah. Big fan of Marty Supreme. Loved One Battle After Another. I also watched Gladiator recently in the last couple days.
Which one's that, Gladiator?
The OG? Yeah. Is there a third one?
No, just the OG. It's fine. It's good.
Rude.
I like it. I think it's like I like
Ridley a lot.
I do too.
Music, Hans Zimmer going crazy.
I don't love Gladiator.
Really sounds like the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack in there, which I guess there was some drama with that guy stole or was really inspired by Gladiator for that soundtrack. And then eventually they just hired Hans Zimmer to do the second, third, and fourth movie. But that's what I've been doing. But yeah, have you seen Train Dreams, Bentley? I know Patrick has.
I've not seen it yet. The only Best Picture noms I've seen so far are Sinners and One Battle After Another.
No Marty Supreme.
Not yet. That's in theaters. It snowed every weekend.
I know.
I'd go.
I saw it in.
I've been busy. It came out on Christmas.
Showcase Cinemas, Warwick.
That's
great. It was a great.
It's a good multiplex.
Patrick, what about you? What have you seen? And I also sorry, Patrick. I'm so sorry. I also saw Avatar 3.
This is very much
Fire
what it's like
Ash?
to be friends with Brady. If you're right.
I saw the new Avatar, and I will say I'm a big James Cameron fan. I've said that on the podcast before. I was very disappointed with this movie. If you showed me clips of the second and the third movie and told me to identify where they come from, I couldn't do it. And I think that's the biggest mark against it. And I will not probably ever watch it again. I will watch the fourth one if and when it comes out, but I was not a fan. Patrick, thank you. Take it away.
Are we good?
We're good.
Okay, cool.
I also have thoughts on James Cameron. I just thought it would be funny if you cut Patrick off to like praise James Cameron, considering I know how you feel about James Cameron, but since it was negative about the movie, hopefully Patrick's not too upset.
Just finally starting to see the light. That's all I have to say.
Patrick, for those of us who don't remember, has not seen the second Avatar, only the first.
Yeah.
So he didn't understand a lot of the love that we have for the Sully family.
Yeah, he's never met Payakan.
He would be a transform man, I think.
Yeah.
But
and I probably will never see the second Avatar.
Honestly, at this point you don't have to.
It's probably
so
fair
disappointing.
enough.
So disappointing.
I saw, what did I see that I like? I liked One Battle After Another.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that at the picture show in the Riv. Saw Marty Supreme. Enjoyed that.
I was surprised when your rating dropped, or like when it came out on Letterboxd. I was like, oh, he liked it.
Why are you surprised?
I just because you were kind of like, oh, you were teasing. You know, you love to tease me about Timmy C, so I wasn't sure if you would actually like it.
He's a good actor.
No, I know. I just didn't know. I didn't know if you actually like it.
I'm not infatuated by Timothy Chalamet.
That's
like
okay.
Some of us in this room are.
That's okay.
I also like Train Dreams. I saw Cemetery of Splendor, which I enjoyed quite a bit.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I don't know that.
It's a Peachapong. I don't know how to say his last
Yeah.
name. And I apologize.
Oh, I don't know.
He goes by Joe, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could say a Peachapong.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about this mysterious illness that is causing soldiers to just sleep for hours and days on end. And this woman who is kind of keeping them company. Yeah.
Wow. Did you log that?
I did.
Okay. I'll have to add it to my watch list when we're done.
Back when they showed movies still, when it was still the Columbus before it turned into the Uptown Theater, I saw Memoria there.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Till this winter.
Yeah. That was not, we didn't do that for Big Till This Winter. I did have a friend of mine, Noah, went to, I pointed because he lives over there. He went and saw it with me, and we were like, oh, okay, cool. We're not going to necessarily tell our friends like run out and go see Memoria, but
yeah,
if you're into slow cinema.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I loved it, but
I really like Tropical Malady. I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
Worth seeing.
Yeah.
He's a great director.
I'm ignorant. I'll have to check him out. Bentley, what have you been watching lately?
Yeah, so I've seen One Battle After Another and Sinners. Speaking of Irish people,
so true.
Singing about being a vampire.
Rocky Road to Dublin, which is in one of my favorite movies as a kid, Sherlock Holmes, directed by Guy Ritchie.
Oh, okay. You said favorite films as a kid, and I was like, what Sherlock movie came out when you were a kid? And then it's like,
he's younger than us.
I was in high school.
Yeah, I saw that movie probably 20 times on DVD when I got it for Christmas. I just rewind.
Yeah.
So, shall we talk about this movie?
We should. So when Harry Met Sally came out in 1989. Sorry, I didn't say it right. When Harry Met Sally ... came out in 1989. And Rob Reiner had started Castle Rock with some partners. This is, I think, technically the second release from Castle Rock, the production company. We already talked about Princess Bride, which is a couple years before this. And then, so we touched on Billy Crystal a little bit, but I think this is the first time we're really going to get to talk about Billy Crystal.
You didn't talk about him in Princess Bride?
We did a little bit.
Miracle Max.
Yeah. We did a little bit, but he's not, he's only in one scene. No.
Steals the show.
We've done Sleepless in Seattle, so we've talked about Meg Ryan and Nora Ephron a little bit.
We talked about that in the office the other day.
Really?
You and I did.
About Meg Ryan? Sleepless in
About
Seattle?
Nora Ephron. Remember, you were at my desk.
Oh, yeah. I guess not.
I will say I really enjoyed this movie. I think this was probably...
Wait, hold on. We got to do a 1 minute plot summary.
Shall I? I feel like
after
never
saying I don't think any of us had seen this film.
He actually did. Which one did you do? And you did it really well. It was a convoluted one, and you did it really well.
I did a few plot summaries.
Well, I think like when you're with him, but I think when I'm here, I think I get delegated to the 1 minute plot summary. What was the one that we did where it was like 10 different timelines?
I don't know, Johnny Mnemonic.
Johnny Mnemonic. I had to do that one.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Anything.
I will say, forget Rusty, knocking the rust off. I hadn't seen this movie before. I don't think any of us have.
I have not seen.
I had not either.
But obviously, it has I don't know, five or six ubiquitous culture in culture lines or scenes in it.
Also, it's just like it's been carbon copied so many times that it's one of those.
100%.
Yeah,
It's like the guy who has never read Hamlet and finally reads it.
Yeah.
Says it's full of cliches.
Exactly.
Yeah. So 1 minute plot summary. Or
Patrick, do you want to do it this time?
No.
So the movie starts off with our titular characters driving from, is it Chicago?
What are their names?
Harry and Sally.
Okay.
Sari Albright, and I don't remember his last name. What is his last name? He's got a chip in hand.
Harry Chip.
So they're driving together, and they have this 18-hour long drive to New York City where Harry
8 hours. Thank you very much.
doesn't it say 18?
Chicago to New York is
But it was 18 in the movie, though, right?
maybe, I don't know. Continue.
So they drive, and then there's I wouldn't say there's sexual tension, but there's like, Harry comes on to Sally, and he's kind of raw and crass, and they say their goodbyes, and then time goes on as it was one to do. Then they meet each other again in the airport, and they kind of have like a mutual friend. Also, none of these people work. I mean, they got jobs, but you never see any of these people working for a living. Anyway.
It's not when Harry met his desk.
yeah.
So true.
There's some kind of political consultant maybe 10 years ago.
They're with gorgeous floor to ceiling windows in his New York apartment.
That's just the 90s, baby.
89, but yeah. From there, time passes on again, and then they meet each other. He's about to get married, and then his wife wants a divorce, and then he meets Sally in a bookstore, and this meeting kind of kindles a budding friendship, and they spend more and more time together. She's also gotten dumped by her boyfriend, and because of this, they kind of spend a lot of time together, and hijinks kind of ensue. Their friends get together.
Well, first they try to set
each other up with each other's friends, and then it just the chemistry is just too much. 1989 Carrie Fisher is irresistible to a rather normal guy. He's
Bruno
pretty.
Kirby.
Yeah, he's nothing.
He's in Godfather 2.
He is, and something else too. I forget.
He's in a lot of stuff.
I know, but he's no one special. So they get together, and then Harry and Sally are kind of like
for New York Magazine.
two ships passing in the night, and eventually Harry realizes that Sally's just the woman he has to be with after they have a romantic sexual tryst, and he runs to her on New Year's Eve as Old Sing Long plays, or Al, I don't know how you say it, Old Long Song. Yeah, thank you.
Old Long
And
Song.
they're like, he like does this big famous monologue, and they kiss, and then they get married, and that's happily ever after. That's the worst 1 minute plot summary, but it's also what's very cute is there's short little couple videos interspersed in of first time they met, or like love stories and things like that. And
Yeah.
I thought they were very cute. Every time they came out, I was like, look at these cute couples. They're probably all dead now, but I love that, I think anytime I see an old person like from an older movie, I'm like, wow, I wonder what year they died, That's just a me thing. But it was so sorry, 8:00. I will say it was good.
Brady's grandfather clock just went off.
It's a reminder that I can't eat anything anymore, so I can sleep well. But I've got my beautiful homemade salsa in front of me, so I might break the rule. I will say, I don't think I did a good job summarizing the movie.
Yeah, and I definitely don't want to watch it again. After that summary,
it's a good movie. I don't think that's my best 1 minute plot summary, but I will say, if you haven't seen it, I'd check it out.
We don't have to wrap up yet.
And that's it, everyone.
I know you're watching.
Yeah, it's time for bed.
Yeah, so I hadn't seen it before. Going into it was like, I know I like a lot of Rob Reiner's work, both as a director, as
Flipped.
whatever. You keep talking about Flipped. Nora Ephron wrote it. It was one of her first screenplays. I think she did like 2 with Mike Nichols and then this.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at all the people involved in this movie, that apparently was a fairly creative, collaborative process with some ad libs, some people suggesting lines, and Rob Reiner. I think Nora Ephron was on set for the whole shoot. Rob Reiner was very democratic, and they actually, it was not called When Harry Met Sally originally. They shot it under, I think, like When They Met or something like that, which would not have been a hit if that was the title. And I guess he was just like had an open competition that he'd give a bottle of champagne to whoever came up with a better title. So all to say, fairly collaborative, even though it's Rob Reiner month, we can talk about anyone involved in it. And yeah, probably a good place to start. I liked this a lot too.
Yeah, I liked it. This is probably the easiest watch we've done on the podcast.
Yeah.
And for the ones that, like, I like Conclave a lot. Moonlight is fantastic. Johnny Mnemonic is interesting, but this is like, you throw it on and it's like, I thought it was interesting.
There's a dolphin with magical powers. Constantine is fun. It's kind of wild.
But this one, Jaws 2 is awful. This one, I think I had probably the most fun watching it.
So for all of the plottiness of it, it's 94 minutes long or something like that.
Lean.
It's like, whew,
They don't make
diamond
them that
cut
lean anymore.
They don't.
It just
Nolan
flies.
verse where you have to sit there for 8 hours with your eyes pasted open. Hello, the Odyssey.
Yeah. And that was sort of what going into it. And then I was like really relieved to see that it was 94 minutes because I don't know, I'm old. I like going to bed. I was aware that it was like sort of the time jumpiness, and it wasn't really like super high concept in terms of like, it's just they're in each other's orbits, then they become friends, and there's not like a big thing like, oh, he was bribed to take her to the party by her friends, but it turns out he actually likes her. And, but she's just mad that he lied about it. Like none of that ever happens. They just like have a fight. They figure out stuff later. It's a little bit more like
adult.
Yeah. And it's similar in tone wise to like quote unquote comedies that are less funny and probably an hour longer that come out today.
Yeah. First time I saw it, I also liked it. I'm a Billy Crystal fan, so that was fun to see, Billy Crystal with a lot of different hairstyles.
Loved the sideburns.
I did too.
When he had those, I was like, he's got some thick boys on right now.
And you're like, oh yeah, he starts the real close up on him, like absolutely devouring some lady's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got those crazy sideburns. And then you're like, oh, he's supposed to be like 22, I think.
Yeah.
I will say, I think I like him as the only guy really in this room without like any like substantial facial hair. I think I loved him with the facial hair the most. When he had like that, I was like, that's like a good look.
I mean, that's classic Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
When that's him playing himself at that point.
And I was like, then he shaves. And I was like, man, dude, Meg Ryan is not going to fly for that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. The beard, it looks a lot. I think it's way more on trend today, maybe too. Maybe that helps.
You don't like the beard?
No. I'm thinking like he looks a lot better with the beard.
Oh yes,
also.
yes.
I liked it a lot. I also was thinking a lot about a movie I love, Buffalo 66, and how it's kind of like a twisted version of this.
Oh.
And so I had a lot of fun going through the movie being like, oh, like who stole what from this movie? Because it is such like a, I don't know, like seminal rom-com in terms of like its influence in the rom-com genre.
Yeah.
Also really interesting to see Billy Crystal as like a leading man in a rom-com, because like I've not seen him in as such, like I know Billy Crystal has like analyzed this and analyzed that, which I thought were hilarious when I was a kid, and are hilarious, I'm sure. And like Princess Bride and hosting the Oscars, like I haven't thought of him as like a leading man, and it was really funny watching. Part of what made me think of Buffalo 66 is like his shtick of being kind of like a blunt, kind of abrasive, presence throughout the entire movie for the most part. Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting that. So kudos to Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
On
Big shout out to Billy Crystal.
on having some range, you know,
Yeah.
having the chops to literally and figuratively to be the leading man in this one.
He I think what sold me on him too is when he's talking about his divorce and then they do the wave as he's
That
talking
really
about
good
That's
it.
amazing.
Really
Like,
good
yeah.
bit.
That is so funny. That is hilarious. Like, no matter what else happens in this movie, I love that sequence. I thought that was so funny.
I did, like, as the movie was going on, it's hard to separate it from, oh yeah, well, this has like been copied so many times that it's hard for this to feel fresh.
Mhm.
But it does seem like anytime they had a conversations that have to happen in these types of movies, they figured out a way to make it interesting, like, and add the comic game of it. Like, anytime they're trying to make a point, they have to stand up to do the wave.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just
I
really,
also- I
really
think-
interesting.
I think I loved, and I feel like I've seen this done many times, but when they're both watching Casablanca, which is also like something that can't really happen, I think, like in the same way anymore. Like, I mean, it could, but like now with like streaming and everyone's like can be watching something at any time. Like, it's rare to like have this moment of being like, oh, turn on channel 4. Like, we're going to watch this at the same time, which I thought was cool. Also, their TVs are like garbage for the time, but that's fine. Just
That's their bedroom TV.
I know, no, they've got like,
Yeah.
it's not as nice, but I thought I like loved that how they are like, you know, cut to make it look like they're in bed together, like watching it, and I was like, oh, that's very, very sweet and very cute. I actually changed my backdrop as a Letterboxd patron member. I can do things like that to be that.
Wow.
Big shout out to Letterboxd patron. To be that scene, because I thought it was really cute, and I thought that was very fun, and I think, you know, you talked about it a little bit, but like a good mixture of what I imagine are scripted moments and what's like improv. I think like when they're in the Met, you know, and they're like, my paprika is or my pepper is too much. That's like obviously like improv, and like I've even seen like a clip where like Meg Ryan is like looks off screen to look
Yes.
at Rob Reiner.
She
like,
did not get a heads up that he was going to do that voice.
Yes.
In that scene.
And so it's like,
I guess that's the first take, is what's in the
Oh,
final
really?
movie, yeah.
Wow.
and it's like there's such like an element of like good chemistry, like, oh, cute, fun moments like that I think, I don't know. I
I feel like that's like quintessential Billy Crystal. Like
Yeah.
That's like his comedic touch.
Yes.
And that's also the scene where he asks her out sort of formally for the first time.
Yes.
And that voice thing is happening within it too. There's like, oh yeah, in a different movie, they just do the business part of the scene, and they don't add this other thing that's like not really replicatable.
Yeah. And I also just love how it's like framed with like these beautiful like fall colors of New York, like these big orange leaves all in the back, and it's just like, wow.
There's a lot of seasons.
Love that.
There's some
Autumn, great
Christmas
soundtrack,
and
too.
Is this a
some,
Christmas movie?
No.
New Year's and stuff, but I think it's mostly considered like an autumn movie.
Good autumn movie.
Autumn in New York, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
So good. You could almost say New York's like it's when Harry and Sally met New York.
Yeah, it's a New York movie for sure.
And then also Sally's hair, I guess, would be the fourth character.
Yes.
Great feathered hair to start the movie.
Yep.
I also liked her plane hair when he's talking around the plane. I thought that was, I liked that. I thought that was cool.
She's trying to do the full yuppie thing with her very boring guy, Joe.
Yeah.
I realized watching it too, like how much Greta Gerwig looks like young
Yes.
Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
As
a
well
good
as
point.
as well as
Interesting.
as well as Alicia Silverstone. I was like, wow, they have like the same sort of smile and face.
I was thinking about Alicia Silverstone watching the movie, because I was like, oh, I can, like, you can, there's some of the intonation and some of like the sing-songiness that Meg Ryan does, especially with Nora Ephron's dialogue, that you can see like less than 10 years later, movie executives being like, oh, Alicia Silverstone can do that. She's going to be massive. We're going to force her into every movie after Clueless hits. And it's
That's
like, it doesn't quite, it's not quite the same. And that's, you know, there's some superstar thing going on with Meg Ryan in this movie. And Sleepless in Seattle, but it's not my idea. A different podcast I was listening to about it said like she becomes more her own person throughout the movie as her hair gets like curlier and bigger. It's like, yeah, I guess that makes
That is. I think it's funny too of like, I don't know how much this movie is kind of like a product of its time in the fact that like it feels like it has like so many of these huge cultural moments. And is that because like it came out at a time where, not to, be mean, but like adults still watch like adult things and there's like fewer options and people go out to the movies and it was more of a thing? Or is it because the movie is like just that good? I think I was like, as I was watching, I'm like, there's so many great moments in this. Would it have been as big of if it came out today? And it's like, I don't know, because it's like I love it and it was great, but at the same time, when you've got a million options, it might have gone under the radar in a more significant way.
Yeah, it is interesting because before we started recording, we mentioned the Cat's Deli scene is played in every like clip show of like 100 years, 100 laughs, or AFI, like whatever else.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing a clip from this movie, and most of those lists are, it's that clip.
Yeah.
And it goes on a long time. Like it's kind of like you start to kind of squirm a little bit by the end of it. Today, 40 years ago, I imagine a lot of people hadn't seen something like that on screen before.
Yeah, definitely. And as we're talking about Katz's Deli, my hot take.
Here it comes.
It's the most overrated place in New York City. If you're thinking about going there, go somewhere else. You can get better food, better service, better everything. Katz's Deli is a waste of time. It's a waste of money. I was not a fan when I went.
But if you go somewhere else, can you have what she's having?
If you're a fan of film, go to Katz's Deli. If you're not a fan of film, go around the block and go somewhere else. That's my hot take. I don't know how controversial that is. I didn't care for it. I'm paying $25, and this is like 20 prices for a sandwich. It's like, nah, get out of here.
That was the Katz's Deli sponsorship.
I know. Sorry, Katz's Deli. And it's also, as we talked about before recording, that's not how they do it in there. You have to go up in this big long line, and everyone's being an asshole to you all the time, and it's just, I don't like it.
But they had to do it that way, so they had to make it look like there's a waiter, so that way Rob Reiner's mom could say that line at the end of the scene.
That's Rob Reiner's mom.
It is.
Wow. That's a cool fact. Patrick, have you been there? You're kind of you're a New York son.
Yeah, I've been to Katz's Deli. I've also been in the pizza place that Spider-Man delivers pizzas for.
No way.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to
that was by pure like chance. By my friend's apartment, went to this pizza place, and lo and behold,
what is the name of it in the movie?
I don't remember even the name of it, but it's the place that he delivers pizzas for.
That's who we need to get a sponsorship for.
I'm trying to remember the opening of Spider-Man 2 where he like drops off the pizzas and he's a minute late, and I think he says the name and like the catchphrase of it.
I'm trying to remember like as a promise, and he like rips off his helmet. Oh, you've been, your friend's apartment was just above that or just near that?
Just near it. So he
Wow.
lived on,
Did he have the same landlord as Peter Parker?
But he didn't have hot water for like almost a year. Like he didn't have gas for like almost a year. So
that's awful.
Yeah.
Do you like Katz's Deli?
It was fun. Yeah, it's good.
fine,
I mean,
okay.
I like. I went once, from what I remember. Did I go to Katz's, or did we just order Katz's during the pandemic on Goldbelly? I've been to Russ and Daughters, which is like another famous one. I've not been to Katz's Deli, but I've had Katz's Deli whitefish salad.
Interesting. I had the roast beef. Overrated. Overrated.
Don't get a pastrami if you're
I think that's what Harry's eating. Is
get a
pastrami,
Reuben.
right?
Yeah, I was young and didn't know any better, but
We can talk about this later. Have either of you been to Maven's up the street?
Yeah, I'll talk about overrated.
by Wildflower? No, I've never been. Just been a Wildflower with
You're not missing out.
my beautiful wife.
It's probably the price wise probably comparable to Katz's Deli, I'd imagine.
It
And
looks-
I'm
it
not
looks
in
beautiful
New York-
inside.
New York.
It does, yeah.
But
The food's really, I like the food. It's just like
I feel like it's
$20 for a sandwich.
I feel like
You
it's
kidding me?
incredibly bland.
I can't pay. I
think
won't pay money for a sandwich, like out in the world. Really, I don't like doing it
You don't like paying for a sandwich?
because I feel like I can make a sandwich at home. Like I can make a burger, but it's like Five Guys does its own spin. You know, it's like different. But like you get a sandwich, it's like
Yeah,
this
they
is the.
punch it like 40 times after they put the foil on it. It makes a big difference.
But it's like a sandwich is like whether you get it at home or you get it for $20, it tastes the same.
That's
I
a
don't-
very
I don't
That's
think
my
that's
take.
true. I mean, if you have literally the same ingredients, but I don't.
But if you're getting like I respectfully disagree with that.
I think like also, and I will be I'll be the first person to say this. I don't do sauces, and I know everyone is like a sauce fiend. Everyone,
We're just talking about Reubens and stuff.
they've always got there's a million people put shit all over stuff these days. I don't do that. So I get that you go to a
I
place.
didn't like my roast beef and bread sandwich.
Well, no, it had onions and cheese and stuff.
That's basically sauce.
It was like, but it's got a jus, it's got a little something.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if you're not going,
Bless you.
that's funny.
You gotcha.
I debated.
I like it. But I will say that scene is good.
The
It's
scene's good, though,
iconic.
in the movie we're talking about.
The movie's good. I will say I also
You keep wrapping up.
Movie's good.
Movie's good. I agree with you that like I don't think I had ever seen the full scene.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, she's going for a long time. Like I'm starting to feel like I gotta look elsewhere. I gotta look like away from the screen or something. Which I thought was funny because you usually just see like her like slam and then like cut to Rob Reiner's mom and it's like, oh, that's it. And then it's like something, Buster Keaton,
Yeah. Doing the same thing.
famously so.
Famously.
But with no words.
Yeah.
Just his own face.
Yeah.
He's like, it's already, where he's like, he's got like a very like pointed face. Anyway.
What do you think the General's about? I don't know. It's a Buster Keaton movie.
Oh, is that? I don't know. I've
The
not.
General's a train.
I like Buster Keaton, but I couldn't tell you.
It's like his most famous movie.
I don't know.
Sherlock Jr. is really good.
I've seen Sherlock Jr.
Oh, okay. How do you think he made Junior? I'm sticking with it. Sticking with it.
I also think something that I really like with this movie is that it feels like an accidental period piece for a world that I don't have any frame of reference that existed. I think like going to like a New Year's Eve party in like a tux and like a cocktail dress and like dancing and having like adult conversation with like champagne flutes and everything feel something that like I'm sure exists in some parts of the world, but it's like not something that like being alone on New Year's Eve. Like I feel like that's happened to me like, 20 times in my life, but to them, they're like doing things and like going somewhere. And
Yeah.
I think it's always funny when you hit these moments of like, oh, the world's kind of different than it used to be. And like all these people are like all dressed up. And now, of course, it's a movie too, but it's like, it felt, it's like Phantom Thread, where, she's like, oh, it's New Year's. I'm going to go dancing,
I've been to New Year's parties.
I mean, I have too, but it's like, I feel like you're in a club,
with adults.
like
a house party.
I mean, a
Oh,
house
yeah,
party,
like a house party too. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a roof deck.
But yeah, like,
State
they're like playing like Future and, he's famously not in Harry Met Sally.
I mean, I'm sorry you haven't had those experiences. Brady,
No,
but
no,
they
I-
exist.
Parties
I
are
think.
good though.
I also like, I
I think you'd like having friends is good and stuff.
I feel like I've got friends. I was also very, very sick for New Year's this year with the flu, so I don't think I appreciated it. I was invited to a New Year's party at this very home, but I did not attend because I was so sick.
Everyone was. We was not super well attended. Like any social occasion in this movie, it just uses New York well as just like a place where things are happening.
It
and,
feels
like,
organic. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel forced. Like I think, like to your point about, like I was thinking about rom-coms post this, and I think one, it's like they went two directions. They either went total comedy more than rom, which like Adam Sandler kind of did to death,
Mm-hmm.
or they went rom and it was Matthew McConaughey, not Billy Crystal. So like the love interest always looked like Matthew McConaughey or some other handsome guy.
27 dresses.
Yeah, it was like it was no longer like the balance of the romantic aspect and the comedic aspect. Like I think that's what this movie does really well.
Yeah.
But it also does like it feels lived in for only being an hour and a half. Like you feel like, or at least I felt that like both Harry and Sally, their characters appropriately changed given the time difference. Like you saw kind of like Sally be very uptight at the start of it and Harry be very like abrasive, and they didn't lose those aspects, but they clearly matured as people, which I really thought, was like a testament to the writing and the acting,
I think a lot of lesser copies of this movie have a much bolder underline under how people like mature and change over time, and where it just sort of happens and it feels more natural in this one. And it's good. And for all the plot machinations and the time jumps and everything else, and it all taking place in under 100 minutes, it really doesn't feel like it is moving too fast either. Even though it flies, it doesn't feel like it's, whoa, slow down. I didn't have enough time with that version of these characters. It just all really, I think they're up to present-ish day within like a half hour. And then the last hour of the movie is just that like year in change period.
Where they
something like that.
Where they become friends, even though you can't be friends with a man can't be friends with a woman.
Yeah.
I did like the looping back to their first conversations in the car, kind of at different times. They were selectively remember different parts of the conversation and go back to it. And the second time he's like, oh, let's go to dinner as friends. And she's like, you said that we can do that. And then like the third time they meet up, they're like, oh, are we becoming friends? They're like, yeah, sure. And they're like, okay.
What does he say again to her about like where she was like, I would never have said that?
The end of Casablanca.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, she was like really uptight and like extremely practical and thinking of things that way of like, obviously I would get on the plane. Yeah. And then, yeah, it's when they meet up again in the bookstore after that or whatever. Yeah. She's like, I would never say that. And he just goes like, okay, sure. It's good. One of the many things that gets copied from this and other rom-coms, there's been best friends in other movies before, but the main romantic leads having best friends is a thing. And the best friends in this movie are really good.
They are.
I think one romantic comedy I always think about is Serendipity with John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale. And who's the guy from Entourage? Ari from Entourage is John Cusack's best friend. What's his name?
Ari,
Jeremy Piven.
Yes. Yeah. And he's like, in my mind, he's like the quintessential rom-com, like best friend. But this movie, I was like, oh, there might be like a contender right here for like rom-com best friend.
Does the mustache say best friend or what? What about him makes him quintessential best friend?
I think like what it was for me is like the scene with Carrie Fisher when they're like in bed, also their own like dual phones. Again, like granted, I have my own phone, but like dual landlines on either side of the bed that they both call and like have a conversation. I was like, oh, that's like, I love that they like have like this moment, where they've like the cut and they're having the big conversation about them sleeping together and everything.
They have their own version of lies of what the conversation in the background
yes.
is.
And I also like how they're talking. It's like, Billy Crystal's talking to Carrie Fisher almost because he's like says like goodbye, and there's like such a pause in between when his friend says goodbye, and it's like it's like a good bit for sure. But I don't know. I think it's fun. I think his friend is like also kind of blends into the background enough where he's not trying to be like this outrageous. What's his name? The guy from Serendipity.
Jeremy Piven.
He is very like funny in the movie.
Yeah,
it's like where he's like he's too much of a character, and this guy's like
well, that's where I feel like the difference is like the best friend became the comedic person post this movie, whereas like like Billy Crystal carries the.
You can't have two funny men. You need like a straight man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like okay, what are we doing? This is too much.
Yeah. The other half of the equation, a different kind of comedy, but a lot of the comedy from that couple at least comes from Carrie Fisher, who gets the kind of cynical side of Nora Ephron's writing and gets a lot of like the really caustic stuff, but it's very funny. And she is really good at that thing. I think she stops acting like pretty much within a few years of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Well, she's still
aside from like a couple things here and there, but
besides CGI.
Yeah.
What is that?
In
Rogue One.
In Rogue One.
She's
Oh.
CGI.
She's CGI.
In
Yes.
Rise of Skywalker, she's mostly assembled from like archival footage
yeah.
and stuff they had already shot
I-
but repurposed.
George Lucas magic.
The cynical
That was-
part
that
of me
was a
is
JJ
like
one.
Carrie Fisher doesn't really need to act what it's like to be a woman sleeping with someone who's married, but that seems like a mean thing to say.
Right. You're right. Of course you're right.
Very puritanical way to look at it.
She's just drawing on like her own like experience. You know, Rob Reiner just puts the camera on her as she's talking about having sex with married men. Sorry to be mean to Carrie Fisher.
Wow. Just gunning for all the
No.
deceased this episode.
Well, she's great. They're
She's
both
good-
very
she's good
funny.
in it.
I love the end of the failed double date when they both have separate conversations
Yes.
about like, well, obviously I'm not going to make a move tonight. That'd be like
Yeah.
they're really vulnerable, and then it's within like yeah, it's just immediately gone, and then there's just the reaction shot of Harry and Sally just staring. It's
I do like
great.
the wagon wheel table bit too.
I do too.
Yeah, that's another like every scene is set up. It doesn't feel like sketch, but every scene has like a really good button. Like the end of their conversation, the argument on the front steps of that the apartment or condo or whatever brownstone that Carrie Fisher and Bruno Kirby mean by when he rolls out the wheel at the end. He's like, "Don't say it."
I also love in that scene where he's like, "Can I say something?" I'm sorry. I was like, "Oh, that's nice. I'm glad we're not like going like long." And yeah, I was like, don't fight, you guys.
Well, that's the bit where I feel like he's still abrasive, but it shows that he matured
yeah.
as a person.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and it's only because I don't know if it's only because, but she has like a big outpouring of emotion towards him of being like, "No, like you've slept with every girl in New York and it doesn't make you feel any better." He's like, "Oh,
It's a very well deployed F-bomb in her response.
this is rated R, right? Because they say the F word like a couple times,
Yeah,
right?
but
I
it
think that
must be
surprised me
because
too.
there's more than one F-bomb.
Yeah,
but that
at least
it's not
4.
all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Not an Apatow movie. We'd still be watching it if it was.
He could have killed. Chris
Apatow
Rock.
did some rom-coms pretty good though.
Yeah, they're just like they're long, and it's I like that in
He's
this movie.
Superbad?
It's not like
Well, I wouldn't say like he's like 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked
Gotcha.
Up.
Gotcha.
Those are his like rom-coms.
I like the 40-year-old version.
Yeah.
I don't.
I like Apatow's movies. He just like has a thing that he does in a lot of those movies. That not that he makes as many as frequently as he used to, but it's always like, okay, every movie it could be that 10 minutes shorter, 15 minutes shorter. The third act started because there's like a ballad playing while someone's like picking up their beer bottles and their bongs, and it's like, oh, they're gonna turn their life around. And this movie doesn't have that, which I like. They're gonna be more serious now.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's gonna be the dad that stepped up.
The stepdad, the dad that steps up.
Yeah.
What else has he done?
Judd Apatow?
Yeah.
Knocked Up.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
This
Funny
is 40.
People. This is 40.
Oh, okay.
Freaks and Geeks.
I've seen this.
Funny People is his probably
It's his
That's
first-
with Adam-
most
that's-
attempt at like
that's Adam
here's the more
Sandler.
serious dramedy.
Funny
kind of
People.
thing.
Yeah, it's Adam Sandler and Seth
Isn't
Rogen.
Eminem in that?
I don't know. Is he?
Or am I thinking of something?
There's a ton of celebrities in that. I think
might
Eminem
be
is in that. Yeah.
As a young boy,
There's a ton of
big
celebrities in
Eminem
that.
fan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aziz Ansari doing a character
Too
that he
big.
does on stage elsewhere is in that movie too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Shout out to Aziz. Is he still working?
Remember when
He's
he got?
still touring.
Remember when he got canceled for being a bad date?
I think we should talk about that.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
I mean, he just played P-Pack like a year ago. So
Oh, did he?
Oh, that's good.
It's like I'd love to be canceled to that level. You know,
I mean, look at Louis C.K. Man. He's still
he's touring, but the crowds I think are different now.
yeah.
I saw him play Symphony Hall in Boston when I was in college. It was
Wow.
before all that. But
Yeah.
actually, it wasn't. It was before we knew all
Before
that.
we knew, yeah.
It was during all that.
We were just talking about how
turns
much we
out.
liked Marty Supreme, but I hear those boys are in some trouble too.
Well, Josh is. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw someone go, man, I can't believe Benny leaked this so his brother doesn't win Best Picture.
I saw a bunch of like PTAs taking award season. He's out for blood this award season. It's like,
Yeah. It's Paul's time, but we can talk about that next month. We've talked about how many different movies have copied this. At the time it came out, some snobbish people, because it got well received and made a ton of money, but some of the book on it was sort of like a diet version of Woody Allen, specifically Annie Hall and Manhattan. And
which I can see, admittedly.
Which you can see with like
one of these
it's
is
New
watchable.
York, and there's jazz, and eventually there's some voiceover too. But yeah, the fact that this is actually a feel good movie that is like so watchable.
It's less neurotic.
Substantially less neurotic, substantially less obsessed with like fetishizing the filmmaker's particular neuroses.
I like some of. I won't do the Kanye bit again because you guys didn't know, but I like Annie Hall for the most part. I think it's interesting. You know, I think when I first saw it, I was a young undergrad studying film, and it was cool. But if you had to ask me which one I would rather watch again, I would obviously choose this film than Annie Hall.
I think that's fair. Yeah, no shots at the work itself.
No.
Shots at the guy, probably.
Well, I feel like Woody Allen movies are not the Harry and Sally are on equal footing. They're both the main characters of this movie.
That's a tactful way to put like there's like a woman with her own thoughts in this one.
I mean, yeah, where it has every Woody Allen, like Manhattan, Annie Hall. It's like they're Woody Allen movies. Like Woody Allen is the main character.
He's the star.
Yeah.
Yes. I will say there's at least
Diane
a
Keaton's
couple.
great, and like it's probably why Annie Hall is his best movie. But like, yeah.
She got some weird hats in that movie, from what I remember.
Well, I was going to
Hat game's
say
strong.
there's at least a couple very specific Diane Keaton influenced outfits that Meg Ryan wears.
The felt hat that she's wearing after the Met scene, which is so funny because that scene is like in the poster, but they've like taken out her hat. And it's like, yeah, I could see why, because it's like this crazy like felt cowboy hat that she's wearing. And when I saw that, I was like, man, where does one even get a hat like that, Meg Ryan? That because it's so iconic, because it's
Hoffman's.
like the beautiful leaves and everything. It's like, oh, it was like she's got this ugly gray hat on, but
it works. I don't know.
I mean, Meg Ryan.
Yeah, it's tough.
She's a pretty lady. I remember the first movie I ever saw was her was Sleepless in Seattle.
That makes sense.
And as a young man, I was like, wow, who is this woman? Is she famous? And turns out she was very famous.
A much stranger movie in terms of the actual action of it is a lot weirder. Rob Reiner himself plays the best friend in that one to Tom Hanks.
Oh,
and Rosie O'Donnell to Meg Ryan.
Yes, that I didn't remember. Wow.
But yeah, that's a movie that's like the great thing about When Harry Met Sally is like I like the chemistry these two characters have, and they're bouncing off of each other the whole movie. And Sleepless in Seattle, they meet in the last 90 seconds.
And that was all CG, right? For the
No, Meg Ryan's real.
Very, very good. You guys are good.
I actually don't know what you mean.
The heart at the Empire State Building. They didn't actually do that. That's like
yeah, that makes sense.
I've not seen Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, really?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
There's just like it has a lot of things where you're like, it's.
What about You've Got Mail?
I think if you're gonna watch a Tom Hanks Meg Ryan flick, I feel like one is better than the other.
Those are they do another one as well. Those are the two, right?
Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan.
Yeah,
Those are the only ones that come to mind. Yeah. Those are both Nora Ephron.
Because then she did the City of Angels, the kind of Wings of Desire remake with Nicolas Cage. Right?
Where Goo Goo Dolls.
Goo Goo Dolls. Shout out Goo Goo Dolls.
Iris.
Buffalo. Legends.
I've seen them sing in the rain. Is that in Buffalo?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to that concert, but it rained because it was free.
Yeah.
And it was like an event.
Can I say something about the music video? It's beautiful because no one's on their phone. They're just all like in the moment.
In the moment?
Because there's no phones back then.
It's 2004. I mean.
But not like everyone's not like, it's not like a sea
sure.
of recording, which is cool.
Yeah, I remember. I was like planning to go to that.
It looked cool.
Remember when Johnny Resnick had that song that was tied to the film Titan AE? Remember that? Titan AE? That animated film?
Why do you have to make shit up? Like
Johnny Resnick did a song.
I don't know this.
I think the music video, in my mind, it's him. He's himself, but the background is like animated in the same style as Titan AE.
I don't know what Titan AE is.
Keep saying Titan AE like that.
Like we're gonna
And maybe
remember it.
The AE stands for After Earth. Does that help?
No.
Sure.
What year did it come out?
Titan AE?
Is this Attack on Titan?
No. Substantially less positive.
I've
on
actually seen
fascism.
some of Attack
No
on
way.
Titan.
It's one of the best.
baked
anime.
out of my gore.
It's
Watch
so
it.
good.
Yeah.
It's like really pro-fascism, though, isn't it? That the guy who made it.
No. That like there's like a YouTube video essay that claims that, but
Very, very problematic.
I wouldn't
Brady in this
say so.
episode.
I
Loving
wouldn't say
Kanye,
I don't. First off,
defending
let me
Woody
be on the
Allen's
record.
choices, love interests and
Titan AE.
choices.
Wait,
and
what was that?
defending Woody Allen's love interests and choices.
No, I will say Attack on Titan though was very good.
That's what Manhattan's about. Oh, I just think you should be able to date high schoolers. That's like
I've not seen Manhattan. So, no, so I don't. That
It's
went over my head.
uncomfortable.
He does A Rainy Day in New York, right? Which has Timothy Chalamet in it, right? That was like just as the news was
he still makes
breaking
tons of movies.
Oh, yeah.
He's working like crazy.
about like when it was like breaking of like his relationship or whatever had come out, and Timmy C was like, "Well, from what I hear,
Breaking of Timmy C's really.
no, with the Woody Allen and the daughter situation, the adopted daughter."
Oh, I mean that came out a long time.
And then I don't know what I'm talking about then. Maybe there was another controversy because I remember they like tried to bury the movie. Selena Gomez is in it too.
I like seeing it.
Yeah, Wizards of Waverly Place.
Can't say I've watched it.
Really? That was a good decom show.
I messed up.
Wow.
Color us surprised.
Titan AE came out in the year 2000.
Okay.
It's a Don Bluth film.
I was 4.
In 2002, Johnny Resnick had a single that was tied to the release of the film Treasure Planet.
Oh, okay. Now let's
Also
talk about
an
Treasure
animated
Planet.
space movie.
That movie, I know a lot about Treasure Planet, which we could say for a different podcast, but that was one of my all-time favorite Disney animated movies. Hand-drawn animations, gorgeous, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a
Musker
it's like-
and Clements, same team that did Hercules, Little Mermaid.
It's like a retelling of Treasure Island in the space future. It's very good.
You know,
if you've not seen it, when your son is old enough, you should show him that because
Treasure Planet's dope.
it's very good.
Musker and
Sorry,
Clements, the
let me
directors
log
of all
back
those
in.
films,
That's
technically,
out. Sorry.
they have director cameos in all those movies. They're drawn in.
Really, if I was an animator, I would put myself in.
Yeah.
But I'd kind of make myself look a little silly.
I think they do typically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting this confused with the movie
Titan AE.
Atlantis.
Oh,
Which is also
Similar time,
very good, but Treasure
similar
Planet is
style.
better.
I was a big fan of Atlantis. When I was
I always remember the guy goes like a flame from God. No more Chinese laundry. I remember that. As a kid, I didn't know what that meant. He's like, I can make Arkansas dance.
a year before it came out. A year before, yeah. And that was probably the last. Sorry,
No, I'm just quoting the movie.
that was probably the last animated. Like I was 11. That was probably the last animated movie that I like. That was when I left animated movies behind.
Wow.
Like fucking, the kid dropping Woody.
Huh.
Bye, Woody. My sister says that all the time. I don't want to play with you anymore. And he falls.
Fucking Andy mode. Sorry, I was
Dude.
trying to think of his name.
Andy.
It's written right on his foot. On his
Yeah.
boot. Sorry. Toy Story 5 out this year, I think.
I've not seen 4.
Tarantino not excited for it.
Yeah, because
Why is
Paul Dano in it.
He said something about like Toy Story 4.
Listen, I like some of the Tarantino movies, but I'm kind of sick of him.
I like that he has a podcast where he could just like randomly
It's a
start
podcast?
fights with people.
It's kind of crazy that we are doing the same
live.
medium.
Live from Israel, Quentin Tarantino.
It's with the other
Live
director
from
that
Tel
he's friends
Aviv.
with.
Oh
With Quentin Tarantino.
The thing is, Paul Dano sucks. He's weak in that movie, which is astounding to say. We don't need to go on a reason why he believes that, but there is a reason.
I will happily shit on Tarantino more than James Cameron.
Yeah. Well, let's pull it back to when Harry met Sally.
Yeah.
I also haven't had dinner yet.
Oh, wow.
I figure
We
that's
got
why I
some-
keep eating these
Some
chips.
homemade salsa.
It's really good.
Thank you.
If I wasn't this hungry, would it be? Probably. Yeah, it's really good.
Wow.
I'm kidding. It's really good.
Wow.
No, it's okay. No, I know her
Kidding.
feelings.
Why are you
Kidding.
picking on Brady so much?
I know. I'm the first person to ever do that.
Yeah.
So when Harry met Sally, ... Is this movie as successful without the ellipsis in the title? What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. The thing is,
I didn't even realize there was an ellipsis in the title.
what we've kind of briefly mentioned when I was doing my wonderful 1-minute plot summary is the old couples getting to know each other.
Oh, yeah.
As a freshly married man,
Shout out
my beautiful wife. We did not have the most, we don't need to talk about my wedding day. We had kind of a crazy wedding day. If you know, you know. But I will say I really liked hearing these stories of old couples meeting, and it wasn't just, oh, we met on Hinge, which is where I met my wife. You know, it's like funny that people are like, yeah, we're going to get married after knowing each other for 3 weeks, which I don't know if like is always like a good thing, but it's like fun. I had my parents, I'm not trying to talk too much. My parents had a family friend.
Come on, Brady.
No,
This is good stuff.
Let's just continue.
My parents had a family friend who he went on one date with his wife and then started telling people that they were going to get married. And she's like, don't you think you should ask me? He was like, yeah, do you want to get married? And then they got married. And that's like funny. They don't have a happy ending, but
Are they not married anymore?
no, he committed suicide.
Oh, okay. Well.
I know. But
Before you said that, I was like, oh no, maybe there'll be like that one couple that is like, this was my first and my fourth wife.
yeah, which is
Maybe
so,
not for
is
that.
do you think that's true?
These are all true stories, apparently.
That's crazy.
Were even
Those
Harry
aren't-
and Sally's? Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan's? For sure?
Inspired by, yes,
Okay.
technically, but not the full story. I don't think.
I think, yeah, I loved those. And I thought those were
Yeah.
interesting.
Those were
Are they
good.
vignettes?
Those were good,
Yeah.
like chapter breaks.
Yes.
Those felt very, very Rob Reiner-y.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He should have done that and flipped.
Sure. Yeah, you should have, I guess.
I don't want to watch Flips, but I kind of do just
You
so we
should
can talk
watch
about
it.
it.
It's good. It's fun.
I just remember being in like 6th grade when that book came out, and every girl in my class carried around that book and read it.
I liked it.
Like it was
The girl, as I said in the office, the girl that is like the same age as me. So when that movie came out, I was like, wow, she's so cute. She's like a month older than me. And I was like, wow, what a cutie. And I was like 12 when it came out.
That's why he wants to rewatch it.
She still
Just
acts.
needs an excuse. Yeah.
It's cute. It's a fun movie.
It's flipped.
I also think we haven't talked about we don't need to talk about it too much, but Rob Reiner being in The Wolf of Wall Street, I think is always a funny little.
He's great.
Which
in
we
that
talked
movie.
about. We talked about Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, you guys did that movie, right? Yeah.
He's great in that.
He is. He's like the
Yeah,
best
so I
part of
guess
that movie.
that. So this
What'd you say?
this month
He's
is
like the best part of that movie for me.
Yeah.
That's not how that character feels about certain things. That he doesn't love them. He's like, I don't mind him.
Yeah.
I don't mind that movie. Anyway,
I think I'm confused.
He's talking about Rob Reiner's character
Yeah.
in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind him.
yeah,
He doesn't have strong feelings about like love or hate. He just doesn't mind things.
yeah, it's good.
Gotcha.
Except for Jonah Hill's character.
I did like yeah. There's also the yelling, like right before the phone, which is a good bit.
Yes,
They could have been a couple on the couch.
totally.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Sorry.
When did you realize the movie was going to end with Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal on that same couch doing a thing?
Very soon. Like as soon as
Yeah.
like I thought as soon as like not having seen it before, like I thought like, okay, this might be an opening. But as soon as they did like the second and that continued to be like a motif through the movie, I was like, oh yeah, there's no way they're not ending with them recounting.
Like
The story of us.
like a lot of things in the movie that are
You should
coming.
get the champagne. Sorry.
Like a lot of things in the movie that are coming just because like you've seen the scene before in like a clip or whatever. Yeah, it seems like that's probably where the movie's going to end, but it still works really well for me.
Oh yeah.
It
It's
is
really
the
good.
The delivery of every line in this is like as good as it could be. It wouldn't change anything. So Rob Reiner and Penny Marshall divorce, and he's in like a bad space. Reaches out to Nora Ephron to write it. She interviews him, bases Harry on him. She bases Sally on like her own experiences. And then during the filming of the movie, Rob Reiner meets someone else and ends up getting married, and they stay married the rest of their lives. Up
until the very end.
Right. And originally Rob Reiner and Nora Ephron were like, yeah, they obviously shouldn't end up together. They'll just be like friends at the end of it. Because the whole idea of like, oh, can men and women be friends? It's like, you don't want the worst version of Billy Crystal's character to be correct.
Yes.
But it's just sort of like undeniable that it would just suck if they didn't get together at the end of the movie.
Well, I think another way to look at it is like he comes to like part of his growth as a person in the movie is that he learns that to be a good partner, you have to be a friend.
Yeah.
With your partner.
I like,
which like,
not even joking. I do think that's like,
that.
Oh yeah.
poignant.
Yeah.
Like, I think
like
that's
that.
a really good point.
And like, and the whole part of like, I think that it works because of how he reacts when they have sex and getting up and leaving. Like he's trying to redo the thing and she calls him out on it. And like, so it works in the sense of like, he learns how to actually be in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
And be a friend, as opposed to like just this, I don't know. You don't get a strong sense of his other, you know, like his ex-wife. You just meet her once and it's very awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah.
I think also like how his ex-wife and her husband or whatever, like wearing like matching colors and just like a big brown blob. It's like,
she does look like a lawyer in the late 80s.
yes.
That's what he says, that she's a lawyer when he describes her on the plane way back.
Yes.
5 years or whatever.
But I think that's like so true. Is like, if they hadn't end up together, I think it's would be sad, and I don't think the movie would be as fun. But it's also like, yeah, he's not the same person who took the car ride at the beginning. You know, like he is so he's changed, she's changed. There's like a lot of growth, and there's love and friend. And I also think like it's tough to show friendship on screen. I think so much of it is like telling rather than showing. It's like, we're really good friends. Remember that time I saved your ass in Nicaragua? And you're like, what? What are you talking about? You know, but like with this, it's like, oh yeah, they are friends now. And I think that's very hard, I think, especially like in modern movies, to be like, it's believable that people have relationships that existed before they like started filming the movie.
Yeah, totally. I just like that it's the reason they end up together is because Rob Reiner was like the very depressed version of Harry for when they started making the movie, and then he was in a much better place by the end of the movie.
He's like, he deserves to be happy too.
So, yeah, maybe someone should be happy too.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to think if there's any other major things that we should hit. I mean, the end, I guess that's another of the things that gets pulled out is like,
I love that it takes you an hour and a half to order a sandwich, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like you see that. I love that you get cold when it's 71 degrees.
So true.
Women do be cold.
And apparently most of that is Billy Crystal improv.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like one of those things that people say, and I'm like, is that true? You
I know, right? I think he had to have...
It's like Leonardo DiCaprio just kept acting when he cut his finger open. It's like...
Well, he did. You can see him bleeding.
I know, but it's like one of those things. Like you're like, okay, is that really is improv?
I guess the examples that he's listing, the stuff that like 10 Things I Hate About You steals some. But I have to assume I like Nora Ephron a lot, and I have to assume there was at least a structure, and he was told like, and then you end on when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Which is
iconic line. That's another one where it's like, I wonder how that played in when this was in theaters and people didn't know it was coming.
Yeah,
probably really well. It worked for me knowing it was coming now. So
it's also so funny too. It's like when you've seen a movie a lot through like these clips, it's always like the movie always feels longer. You know, like it feels like it's going to be a really long movie. And two, it's like when you do see them, and they are more like more than the sum of their parts. It's like, oh, that's good alone, having never seen the movie, but with this 93 minutes so far that I've had with them, and this is the last minute with them together, it's like, oh yeah, that works. I see why it's iconic, and I think like that's something that I like about this movie, that it does that. It is all these like little iconic moments together, but it becomes something more. It's not just like zinger and quotable saying. It's just like, oh,
it is. It's one of those movies, having only watched it one time, that it feels like is the kind of movie where you're like, I just like kind of being in that space with those characters.
Yes.
It's like watching it is like, oh, I want to go hang out with my friends. It's not like, not to bring it back to Woody Allen again, but yeah, like that's not how I would feel about any of his movies.
Yeah, I don't want to exist in Portnoy's complaint.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying. I think that's so fair. Yeah, it's like when it ends, you're like, oh man, I was just spend an hour and a half with my friends right there. I got to go back to my real life, you know. And
you like so get where, I forget the name of Bruno Kirby's character, but Marie, I think, is Carrie Fisher's character.
Mm-hmm.
When they're doing the 4-way phone call, which we talked about a little bit, that scene's awesome. Yeah, no cuts. They filmed it. I think they shot it 61 takes.
Wow,
Jesus.
Yep.
Like Mickey Mantle.
They're on a sound stage, so they're all able to hear they're all in the same stage as they're filming it with different setups, because the timing is ridiculous in that. And yeah, you just totally get where the friends are coming from, where they're like, oh yeah, finally, yeah, of course you guys got together. And then by the end of the phone call, they're like, there's other fish in the sea. It's fine.
Yeah. I like the come over to breakfast, and they both like look at each other and like, oh no, you're like, yeah, it's so early.
Yeah.
I do. It does make me miss landline phones.
The movie really does.
The movie,
bring it back.
There's a lot of fun
did you
landline
have
stuff
landline?
I did.
Okay.
719-546-0042.
My dad still has a landline.
716-826-8582.
Wow.
I'm not giving out my
dad's
phone number on the podcast.
I remember when we gave it up for real, and I was like, wow, end of an era.
Yeah.
But we had a cordless though.
Oh, so you didn't actually have like a cord phone?
No, we had one when at the first house that I was born in, but that was the only time we ever.
We had a rotary.
On a scale of 0.5 to 5, on any scale of your choosing, what would you give Rob Reiner's 1989 hit romantic comedy When Harry Met Sally? ...
I will give it 4 grape seeds out of 5.
That was good, dude. I told Tess, I go, it's so funny. I go, this is before they had seedless grapes. I was like, what? When did seedless grapes come onto the scene? I will give this 4 fake orgasms at Katz's Deli that I would rather be eating somewhere else. But
4?
4.
Okay. Yeah. I actually didn't come up with a scale in advance, and that's my own fault for not thinking of one.
Grapes. That was good, dude.
Yeah.
Shocking when he first spits them at the.
I know. When did seedless grapes hit the scene?
I'm sure they.
It feels like someone who would seek out seeded grapes just to be able.
Do they
to
still make them? Like, can I go to the store and get seed grapes?
I'm sure you could go somewhere and find grapes.
Yeah, you can get grapes.
I know, like Seinfeld has that bit where he's like, you ever see they get the seedless watermelon? He's like, I'm working on melon, but it's like really, it's like that's crazy, man. It's hard to get a melon with seeds in it.
We're just keeping sorry, I'm not.
No, it's good. It's good.
I'm not gonna make another comment.
No, I appreciate the time.
I was trying to give him time. He didn't have his rating. Hit us.
I think I don't think there's not really anything I would change about this movie. I think it's entirely dependent on do you like rom-coms or not. If you think this is a good movie or not, right?
Scale, you coward. What's
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, like, for me, I wouldn't change anything about it. So on that scale, it's gonna be 5 renditions of Surrey with the Fringe on top at the sharper image.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, that was
out
good.
Of 5.
It's good. Touche.
I told Tess I love the sharper image.
I think I've been to that sharper image.
No way.
I get sharper image in Brookstone.
Oh, sure.
Brookstone's like airport shit.
Sharper image is slightly nicer. That's airplane shit. That's in-flight magazine stuff. Not in
but it used to be
airports.
like Brookstone. You could go to.
Yeah, totally.
Store.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a bunch of stuff nobody ever needs, but everybody wants.
Remember Radio Shack?
I do.
Loved walking around a Radio Shack. I was fully rusty, so I was thinking last time we finished a whole month, it was like, who would you be in a Jaws scenario for the Jaws month?
Mm.
And then for the Princess Bride episode, I was like, I don't know, like when it's like a person that the month is around, it's harder to think of a theme that sort of unifies everything. So instead I said, who in this movie most represents like you, do you think? Like, who do you identify? I'm not saying like BuzzFeed quiz style, like pick your spirit animal, but kind of also that.
I don't think I've ever gone into a restaurant and not made a modification on something. Not as crazy as Meg Ryan, but I do. I've got like, it's got to be a plain burger, and I'm a little picky eater. So I'd say because of that, Meg Ryan is for me, Sally.
The twist that this whole time you were talking about burgers, they've all been plain is
they're
is insane,
cheeseburgers.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like I just don't want I don't like tomatoes and stuff.
Okay.
So I wouldn't put it like on a burger. Like obviously I eat them, but
Get it on the side.
on the side. I am a big on the side guy as well.
Yeah.
And I don't like apple pie. I like ice cream on the side of my apple pie, so I can decide how much I get with each bite. So Meg Ryan for sure.
I would say, yeah, that sounds about right.
For you as well, or for him?
No, I was saying,
Okay.
like, I feel like you've mapped it really well. I think you did a great job.
I think I would hope I don't come off as abrasive as Harry does, but Harry, yeah. I think later Harry.
You're a lot nicer for sure.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate that.
I got you.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pick. I forgot his name again. Bruno Kirby's character in his jorts and his terrible coffee table. I like that.
I've never had someone quote me back to me.
I like that. Yeah,
that was.
What was the thing? What was the quote as well?
Restaurant in the 80s or what theater was in the 60s. Yeah. And he's like quiche is something about quiche.
Yeah, it was like the same thing, just a rendition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bruno Kirby's character.
You seem a lot
Good
more
friend.
jolly than him.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Like you're like I feel like you're more happy than that guy is.
Yeah.
I don't think he cracked a smile.
I think he was happy after he got with Carrie Fisher.
I also love that he goes, if we found them remotely attractive,
we wouldn't be here today.
Like, whoa.
That is a brutal and good joke.
Yeah.
But really, like, get him.
Yeah. I like how also like Billy Crystal's face is like red from the slap during that too.
It is good.
Just little things.
It really is. Okay. Anything else you wanted to have?
I think we've covered the gauntlet tonight.
Yeah, I think so. We did great.
picked up right where we left off. Congrats, guys. We did it.
Feels
everybody.
good.
Congrats, listeners.
I was worried that maybe being married would slow me down, but sped me up.
That's great. So happy. That would have been a better question, actually. When you moved in with your partner, did you have to get rid of any furniture?
Oh my God. Did she goes, your bed has fiberglass in it. Everyone's saying your bed has fiberglass. You have to get rid of it. And I go, babe, I love my bed. You get rid of its fiberglass. So I had to give my bed away.
Why did your bed have fiberglass?
It was like, there was like a factory defect or something.
Was it the race car was made out of fiberglass?
Yeah. I sleep. Yeah. Yeah. So I gave it to a real estate agent in DC, but yeah, it had like fiberglass bits in it. She read it online, and so I had to give it away.
Dang, that's a bummer.
But I've never once bought silverware, so I've always kind of just coasted through life without having bought silverware until I got married.
Wait a second. Did you like have plastic cutlery?
No, like everyone because I always had roommates.
Okay,
so all my roommates always had them.
your home had cutlery.
Yes, I
You just never had to
You
buy
just
it.
never
Yeah.
had your own cutlery.
So she never like had to make me get rid of anything other than my bed.
Yeah.
She tries to make me get rid of clothes too, but
Okay.
I have a lot of t-shirts.
Yeah. Any standout pieces of furniture or
No, I'm the
clothes?
decorator in our house. So
There you go.
It's well decorated.
I had to make Therese get rid of things.
Oh.
But you met her. How old were you when you met? You were like more
26.
You were like a little more established.
No,
right?
28. 28.
You felt like you had like. Did you
You
have
had
like an
stuff.
identity
You had silverware.
I mean, yeah, I had silverware. Like I had cutlery.
Because you lived alone, right?
I lived alone,
Yeah.
but like I moved here with like what was it fit in my at the time Subaru Impreza Outback. So not a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Slim pickings.
But I had some things. Yeah.
What about you? You just moved in.
You just
This is our second move.
what did you have to get rid of?
So the apartment that was much smaller, this had to go to storage unit for a while. This big coffee table because it just physically didn't fit in the last one. There's a few more posters that haven't found a home on the walls yet. A few more. A lot of posters.
Fair, I have a plethora of wall hangings that have not, but not because like there's an opposition to them, just because
You only got so many walls.
Do not have that much space.
Yeah. You don't want to overcrowd it. No. So some things just don't make the cut.
Seeing your bookshelf in your bookstore was cool, though. You showed me the other day.
Upstairs?
Yeah. I thought that was cool. Because you built that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a good question.
Yeah, it was better. I guess I'll have to keep that now, and then I'll restart the ending, which will be. Thanks for joining, Brady and Patrick.
Thanks for having.
Thank you for having us.
I didn't wait long enough to let you guys respond. I just kept talking. I apologize.
No, you're good, dude.
Thanks.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I appreciate that.
You're
always so supportive. You can find our stuff on Linktree, linktr.ee/late to the movies. Next week's episode will be Misery, continuing Big Rob Reinter. Oscars movies next month. Yeah, there's no reason to think that that's not going to happen on the schedule.
February, you do Oscar movies?
So this is for February.
Oh,
we're
that
doing
makes
right
sense. We're in Jan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, your listeners.
Yeah. Now that they're going to know it's not live when they play it on Apple Podcasts. Oh man. Well, on that note, thanks again for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.
The traditional ending.